Sydnie Christmas captivated millions on Britain's Got Talent with her powerful voice and unwavering determination. With only a dream and her incredible vocal talent, she stunned both judges and audiences, never imagining how much her journey would change her life. From her rise on the BGT stage to the upcoming release of her debut album and UK tour, Sydnie's career has been a whirlwind of highs and challenges. Despite facing criticism and misunderstandings, she's persevered, transforming from an underdog contestant to a rising star. Now her dreams are coming to life and she's ready to share her journey with the world. The Britain's Got Talent journey, a dream in the making. When Sydnie Christmas first appeared on the Britain's Got Talent stage, it was clear that she was something special. Her audition performance of Somewhere Over the Rainbow captured the hearts of viewers everywhere, earning her a standing ovation from the judges. But what truly set Sydnie apart wasn't just her exceptional voice, it was the sheer authenticity of her performance. Sydnie wasn't just singing a song, she was telling a story, drawing from her personal experiences to create a moment that would become one of the defining moments of the season. Yet, despite her immense talent, Sydnie faced significant challenges both on and off the stage. One of the most difficult aspects of her journey was the intense scrutiny and negativity she encountered, particularly from the public and certain media outlets. After her audition, many speculated that she had already performed in West End productions, with rumors swirling that she had a background in professional theater. But Sydnie's story wasn't as simple as the public assumed. She had worked in London, but she had not yet made it to the stage of the West End, something she had dreamed of for years. Sydnie explained that she never meant to mislead anyone, but when people misinterpreted her words, the backlash was intense. They called her a liar, criticized her dreams, and accused her of cheating. In one interview, she said, "People just don't know facts. It was such a shame. When I tried to correct them, they got even angrier. I just wanted to follow my dreams. Is that too much to ask?" The backlash was overwhelming for Sydnie, but rather than bowing to the negativity, she chose to press forward, determined to make a name for herself. She acknowledged that the hate made her feel unsafe and at times scared. But even in the face of it all, Sydnie stood firm, recognizing that her love for singing and performing was worth fighting for. Despite the hurtful comments and hateful accusations, Sydnie remained focused. She continued to sing, perform, and pursue her dream with a determination that no amount of public scorn could extinguish. "I just want to sing, tell stories, and make people happy," she said, emphasizing that her true passion lay in the art of performance. Sydnie's resilience in the face of adversity showed her strength of character and solidified her status as a true artist. Moving beyond the negativity. The making of an album. By 2024, after enduring the criticisms and heartache, Sydnie Christmas's career was beginning to take flight. She was no longer just a contestant on Britain's Got Talent, she was an established name in the music industry. With a gold standard performance that earned her the coveted Golden Buzzer, Sydnie was ready for the next big step, her debut album, My Way. The announcement of her album's release sent waves of excitement through her fan base, many of whom had been following her since her BGT debut. Sydnie was adamant about creating an album that would be as personal and heartfelt as her performances. "There's a lot of thought and effort going into this album," she said, emphasizing that the music she was creating was not just about hitting the right notes, but about telling her story in the most honest way possible. Sydnie's journey to recording her album was a whirlwind. She was determined to record the album in a single day, a task she knew would be challenging, but she believed it was the best way to capture the raw emotion of the music. "We're going to try and do it in one day," she explained, adding that the quick turnaround was necessary to ensure that her album would be ready for her upcoming tour. As the date approached, she headed to Prague, where she would lay down the tracks that would eventually define her career. The album, My Way, was set to release on September 20th, with fans eagerly awaiting its arrival. The process of recording an album wasn't easy, but Sydnie's drive and determination made it clear that she was willing to do whatever it took to bring her vision to life. She poured her heart and soul into the project, determined to make her debut album as impactful as her live performances. Fans could hardly wait to hear the songs that had been so carefully crafted and polished. Sydnie's excitement was contagious, and it was clear that she was ready for whatever came next. The UK tour, a dream come true. Alongside the album release, Sydnie Christmas also announced her debut UK tour. After years of working toward her dream, it was finally becoming a reality. The Mauer tour would kick off on October 5th at the Glasshouse International Centre for Music in Gateshead and would continue through a month-long trek across the UK. Sydnie's dedication to connecting with her fans was evident as she planned to perform at some of the UK's most prestigious venues, including stops in London, Portsmouth, Nottingham, Glasgow, and Birmingham. But for Sydnie, this tour wasn't just about performing. It was about showing her growth as an artist, both vocally and personally. After 10 years of trying to make it in the West End and feeling like nothing was happening, I was so close to giving it all up, she admitted, but I couldn't. It means everything to me, and I'm so glad I kept going. The tour would serve as the culmination of all her hard work, an opportunity for her to share her music with the people who had supported her from the very beginning. The tour's grand finale would be a performance at the Royal Variety Performance in late November, a prestigious event that Sydnie had always dreamed of being a part of. The shows were designed to be a celebration of her journey, from her Britain's Got Talent audition to her sold-out performances. Fans could expect a mix of her favorite songs, including her standout performances from Britain's Got Talent, as well as new material that showcased her growth as an artist. A new chapter, Life After Winning. Britain's Got Talent. When Sydnie won Britain's Got Talent, she not only earned a place in the hearts of fans, but also a significant cash prize of £250,000. However, the money wasn't the most important part of the experience for Sydnie. Her career was beginning to take off, and she had far more pressing goals than spending her newfound wealth. Sydnie was a young woman determined to make the most of her success. The first thing she bought with her prize money was a pair of Apple headphones, something she had wanted for a year but couldn't afford before her win. "I had wanted them for so long, but they were too expensive," she said. "But when the money finally came through, I treated myself." It was a small treat, but one that symbolized the realization of a dream long deferred. Sydnie's next priority was to invest in her future. She planned to use some of her prize money to support her vocal coach from Britain's Got Talent, believing that continued training would help her grow as an artist. Beyond that, she was careful with her spending, knowing that the music industry was full of ups and downs. "I'm going to save the rest of the money," she said, knowing that financial security was just as important as artistic success. Sydnie's rise to fame didn't mean abandoning her roots. Before auditioning for Britain's Got Talent, she worked at a gym to make ends meet. Even after her golden buzzer moment, she kept her gym job to cover daily expenses. But now that her career was taking off, things were starting to change. "My manager messaged me the other day and said, 'Sydnie, I think it's time to take you off the rotor,'" she shared, marking a new chapter in her life. Leaving her gym job was a bittersweet moment for Sydnie. It meant she was officially stepping into her role as a full-time artist, but it also signified leaving behind a part of her past that had helped her reach where she was today. It was heartbreaking, she admitted, acknowledging that it was a big change, but one she was ready for. The next chapter, Starlight Express and Beyond. As if preparing for her album and tour wasn't enough, Sydnie was also getting ready to release a very special song. This new single, Starlight Express, was not just any song. It was a tribute to the show that had inspired her for years. Sydnie's love for Starlight Express began in college, when she saw the UK tour and was moved by the story and music. She even had the chance to perform in the show in Germany for 4 years before auditioning for the UK version. When she didn't land the part, she didn't give up. Instead, it led her to Britain's Got Talent, where she ultimately found success. The song Starlight Express held a special place in Sydnie's heart. She dedicated her new version to Mihai Frawley, the original skate coach for Starlight Express, who had passed away. "This is for you, sir," Sydnie said, honoring the man who had taught so many aspiring performers. With Andrew Lloyd Webber's blessing, Sydnie was able to create her own rendition of the song, which she hoped would do justice to its legacy, connecting with fans. Sydnie's media journey. Since her victory on Britain's Got Talent, Sydnie's media presence has been constant. From her first appearance on Loren to her interviews on This Morning, Loose Women, and other programs, Sydnie has used her platform to connect with her growing fan base. These media appearances allowed her to share her story, speak about her love for music, and give fans a glimpse into her personal journey. Through these appearances, Sydnie has built a deeper connection with her fans, inspiring them with her authenticity and determination. As she prepares for her album release and UK tour, Sydnie is excited to continue sharing her story and music with the world. It's clear that her journey is only just beginning, and fans can't wait to see what the future holds for this incredibly talented young woman.